Taurus. Wear this powerful color on April 24th, 26th, and 27th to attract good fortune in 2026. My dear patient Taurus, before you take another step into the unfolding rhythm of 2026, I ask you to pause, breathe, and listen with the ears of your soul. For you are standing at a sacred threshold, where the ancient alignment of the stars meets the boundless, overflowing grace of the divine. If you have found your way to this specific frequency today, it is not by accident or a whim of the algorithm, but a divine appointment whispered from the heavens directly to your heart, serving as a gentle yet profound warning that you cannot walk into the transformative energy of April 24th, 26th, and 27th with a heart that is still tethered to the shadows of your past. You are the anchor of the zodiac, the keeper of the earth's secrets. But even the strongest anchor must be lifted to sail into a new sea of prosperity. And right now, the Creator is preparing a table of abundance before you that requires a total shift in your spiritual vibration. As we speak, a celestial window is opening a rare intersection of karmic release and heavenly blessing. And if you approach these 3 specific days with the same old worries, the same scarcity mindset, or the same rigid attachments, you risk missing the most powerful download of wealth and healing that has been sent your way in a decade. I want you to imagine right now a soft golden light descending from the highest heavens passing through the emerald canopy of the trees you love so much and settling deep within your chest, because the wealth we are speaking of today is not just a temporary gain, but a permanent inheritance of the spirit that manifests as physical gold, professional breakthroughs, and an unshakable peace. Before we dive deeper into the mystery of the specific color you must wear to bridge the gap between the mundane and the miraculous, I invite you to take a moment to plant a seed of faith in this digital sanctuary. By hitting the like button on this video, you aren't just supporting a channel, you are making a conscious, physical declaration to the universe that you are an open vessel for goodness. And as you subscribe and join this circle of light, you are weaving your energy into a community of protection that shields your future from the arrows of lack. This is your moment of sacred activation. So as you listen, let the words wash over you like a holy anointing. And if you feel the stirrings of hope rising within you, I urge you to share this message with one other soul who needs to be reminded that God's storehouses are never empty, for in giving we receive, and in sharing the light, our own path becomes radiantly clear. The dates of April 24th, 26th, and 27th are encoded with a frequency of divine provision, a concept where the stability of the Taurus earth meets the infinite flow of the Buddhist Dharma, and the generous blessings of Christ's promise, creating a trifecta of fortune that is rarely seen. And it is my mission to ensure you are wearing the right spiritual armor to catch every drop of this rain. To truly lock in this energy, I want you to leave a comment below, a simple yet powerful decree like, "I am the heir to divine abundance." Because when you speak it and write it, you materialize the blessing from the realm of thought into the realm of form, creating a protective seal over your finances and your family's well-being for the remainder of 2026. Feel the weight of the world lifting off your shoulders as you realize that the stars do not dictate your fate. They merely illuminate the path that the Creator has already paved for your success. And as a Taurus, your natural resonance with beauty and persistence is finally being rewarded with a yes from the highest court of heaven. We are moving now from the simple anticipation of these dates into a deeper understanding of the cosmic mechanics at play transitioning from the why to the how, as we prepare to decipher exactly what is shifting in the fabric of your reality during those 3 pivotal days in April. Can you feel it? The air is changing. The colors around you are beginning to vibrate with a new intensity. And as we step together into the next chapter of this revelation, remember that you are not just a spectator of your life, but a co-creator with the divine, destined for a level of richness that transcends the material and anchors itself in the eternal light of grace. Let us now move deeper into the silence and the science of the Spirit, as I reveal the secret currents moving beneath the surface of April 2026, and how they are aligning specifically to crown you with the glory you have so patiently awaited. As we drift deeper into the heart of this sacred revelation, I want you to feel the very ground beneath your feet beginning to hum with a new celestial frequency, for we are now entering the decoding phase, where the invisible threads of your destiny are being woven into a tapestry of undeniable material and spiritual wealth. You see, Taurus, the year 2026 is not merely another cycle of time, but a year of jubilee for your soul, a season where the cosmic debts of your ancestors are being cleared and the storehouses of heaven are swinging wide open, specifically for those born under your steadfast sign. When we look at the specific alignment of April 24th, 26th, and 27th, we are not just looking at dates, we are looking at a triple gate of grace, where the unwavering stability of the Buddha's peace meets the lavish, overflowing generosity of the Father's heart. These 3 days represent a divine pause in the chaos of the world, a moment where the universe stops to whisper your name and hand you the keys to a kingdom you have spent lifetimes building through your quiet persistence and your hidden acts of kindness. On the 24th of April, there is a literal shifting of the tectonic plates of your fortune as the seeds of sowing and reaping reach their full maturity. Think of all those moments you worked in silence, all the times you chose integrity over easy gain. For on this day, the divine accountant is finalizing your balance sheet and preparing a deposit of favor that will leave you breathless. Before I reveal the hidden spiritual mechanics of the 26th and 27th, I want you to pause and tap that like button as a physical act of claiming your seat at the table, because this small gesture is a signal to the heavens that you are no longer a bystander, but an active participant in your own miracle. By subscribing to this channel of light right now, you are not just following a creator. You are building a digital and spiritual fortress around your future, ensuring that the energy of lack can never find your doorstep again. Share this video with one person you wish to see wealthy alongside you, for in the economy of God, the more we expand the circle of blessing, the more the center of our own life overflows. Now, as we transition into the 26th of April, the energy shifts from preparation to direct manifestation, where the heavy, stagnant air of the past several years is replaced by a refreshing wind of divine provision. This is the day when the golden mean of the universe aligns with your personal vibration, making it the perfect moment to realize that your worth is not determined by your bank account, but your bank account is about to be determined by your realization of your worth in the eyes of the Creator. On the 27th, the final gate, we see the energy of inheritance being activated. This is not just about a paycheck or a promotion. It is about the wealth of the gentleness described in the scriptures and the riches of the Dharma, where everything you touch begins to turn to a spiritual gold that cannot be tarnished by the world's economy. You are being called to move from a mindset of survival to a mindset of sovereignty, understanding that as a Taurus, you are the earthly steward of the divine's beauty and abundance. Feel the warmth of this truth spreading through your chest, melting away the icy fears of not having enough or being left behind. Because in 2026, you are the one the world will look to as a beacon of stability and grace. If you can feel this truth vibrating in your marrow, I urge you to leave a comment right now saying, "I am shielded by grace and surrounded by gold," as this acts as a sacred seal, a mantra of multiplication that protects your family's future and activates the flow of prosperity into your immediate reality. We are no longer guessing. We are decoding the very blueprint of your breakthrough, moving smoothly from the why of these dates into the profound how of the color that will act as your lightning rod for this power. Stay with me. Breathe with me, and let the old skin of your limitations fall away. For the person you were before you clicked this video is already being replaced by the person the Creator intended you to be, a vessel of light, a magnet for fortune, and a living testimony of what happens when faith meets the perfect timing of the stars. The gates are open, the table is set, and as we move into the center of this mystery, remember that you are not chasing the blessing. The blessing is already chasing you. Now move your awareness even deeper into the stillness of this moment, drifting past the logic of the mind and into the radiant sanctuary of your spirit. Because we are now arriving at the absolute center of this revelation, the unveiling of the gilded emerald frequency that will serve as your celestial lightning rod on April 24th, 26th, and 27th of 2026. This is not merely a color in the way the world understands fashion, but a living, breathing vibration of gilded emerald, a deep, lush forest green infused with the shimmering incandescent dust of 24-karat gold. And it is the exact frequency where the heart of the Buddha meets the throne of the living God, to decree a season of unprecedented opulence for every Taurus who is ready to receive. As a Taurus, you are the steward of the earth's beauty, and this emerald green represents your natural resonance with the heart chakra, the seat of compassion, and the bridge between your material needs and your spiritual inheritance, while the gilded gold light that dances within it represents the Shekinah glory, the very manifest presence of divine favor that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary wealth. When you clothe yourself in this gilded emerald on the 24th of April, you are telling the universe that your roots are deep in the fertile soil of faith, and your branches are reaching into the sunlight of God's provision. And I want you to feel that connection right now by gently tapping the like button on this video as a symbolic act of striking the gold in your own life. Letting this simple click be the spark that ignites the furnace of your future prosperity. By choosing to subscribe to this circle of light right now, you are not just watching a video, you are stepping under a canopy of spiritual protection that ensures the blessings of the 26th and 27th. Do not just pass through your hands, but stay and multiply within your household for generations to come. Imagine this gilded emerald light descending from the highest heaven, swirling around your shoulders like a royal robe, because on the 26th of April, the energy shifts into a frequency of divine selection, where the Lord begins to pick you out from the crowd for opportunities you didn't even know you were looking for. And this specific color acts as a signal to the angels of abundance that you are the one authorized to carry the mantle of wealth in your lineage. As we move toward the 27th, the energy reaches a crescendo of heavenly coronation. And by wearing this color, you are aligning your physical body with the jewel in the lotus and the crown of life, creating a perfect circuit of energy that allows financial breakthroughs to flow to you with the ease of a river running to the sea. This is why it is so vital that you share this frequency with at least one other person who needs a miracle, for as you extend the gilded emerald light to another, you are practicing the Buddhist law of mudita, or sympathetic joy, which the Creator honors by doubling the blessing in your own storehouse. I want you to visualize yourself walking through the days of April 24th, 26th, and 27th, and as you do see every door opening before you, see every debt being canceled by the stroke of a divine pen, and see your bank accounts beginning to swell, not because of your struggle, but because of your alignment. This gilded emerald is the color of the Garden of Eden and the color of the emerald tablet of ancient wisdom, reminding you that you are a child of a king who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and a student of a truth that says, all things are possible to those who believe. Feel the warmth of the gold and the coolness of the emerald, merging in your aura, creating a shield of sacred wealth that no economic downturn and no shadow of luck can penetrate. And as you feel this power building within your chest, I want you to go to the comments right now and type, I am the vessel of gilded emerald prosperity. And as your fingers touch the screen to type those words, feel the electrical current of confirmation zipping through your spirit, locking this prophecy into your timeline with the finality of a diamond. We are talking about a wealth that is soul deep, a richness that allows you to give generously, to live beautifully, and to sleep peacefully, knowing that your future is anchored in the same power that keeps the stars in their courses. On these 3 specific days when you wear this color, you are not just making a statement to people. You are making a decree to the principalities of lack that their reign over your life is officially over, and that the season of the golden bull has begun under the direct supervision of divine grace. You are the anchor, Taurus, but now you are an anchor of gold in a sea of emerald. And as we prepare to transition into the final seal of this message, hold this color in your mind's eye until it becomes so bright that you can no longer see your old worries, for they have been swallowed up by the brilliance of what is coming. Remember that every time you look at this color on those dates, you are performing a living prayer, a silent ritual of gratitude that says, thank you, Father, for the wealth I cannot yet see, but can already feel. And it is this very gratitude that will act as the magnet for the miracles of 2026. Your journey through these 3 gates of April is the start of a permanent shift in your frequency, moving you forever away from the shores of barely enough and toward the horizon of more than enough, where the grace of the Buddha and the bounty of Christ walk hand in hand at your side. Breathe in the green, breathe out the gold, and let us now seal this truth with the final confirmation of your faith. As the radiant vibration of the gilded emerald begins to settle into the very marrow of your bones, filling your spirit with the quiet strength of the ancient earth and the shimmering brilliance of heavenly favor, I want you to understand that we are no longer just exploring a possibility. We are entering the most sacred space of all, the moment of your activation. My dear Taurus, you are the sign of the harvest, the one who understands that for a seed to break through the dark soil and reach for the sun, there must be a moment of absolute surrender, followed by a fierce physical declaration of life. And that is exactly what we are doing here today in this digital sanctuary. You have felt the shifting of the winds. You have seen the signs in the dates of April 24th, 26th, and 27th, and you have visualized the color of your breakthrough. But now the Creator is asking for your yes, not a quiet whispered yes in the back of your mind, but a bold, physical, and spiritual decree that echoes through the halls of your future. I want you to realize that every action you take in this moment is a brick being laid in the foundation of your 2026 legacy. So as you move your hand to click the like button on this video, I want you to feel it not as a mere interaction with an algorithm, but as the physical act of striking the bell of abundance in the realm of the spirit, a sound that vibrates through the heavens to announce that a child of the King has claimed their inheritance. By hitting that like button right now, you are literally lighting a candle on your own altar of prosperity, signaling to the angels of provision that you are no longer operating from a frequency of hope, but from a frequency of knowing. And as you subscribe to this channel and join this growing circle of awakened souls, you are weaving your individual thread into a massive golden tapestry of protection that shields your finances, your family, and your peace from any shadow of lack. This is your moment to be the pioneer of your lineage, the one who breaks the cycle of just enough and steps into the overflow promised by the Christ and the infinite peace taught by the Buddha, creating a harmonious balance where your bank account is as full as your heart is quiet. But we must go deeper than just a click. We must perform the ritual of the written word, because when a Taurus writes their intention into the physical world, the universe takes notice of your unyielding resolve. I urge you right now, as a sacred act of faith, to go to the comment section and type the most powerful confirmation of your life. I am the heir to God's unshakable fortune, and I claim my gilded emerald blessing for April 2026. As your fingers touch the keys or the screen to type those words, I want you to feel a surge of electrical grace passing through you, as if you are signing a celestial contract that ensures your stability on the 24th, your breakthrough on the 26th, and your absolute dominion over your destiny on the 27th. Do not let this moment pass you by in silence, for the silence of the past is where your old limitations lived, while the sound of the new is found in your willingness to speak your truth into the light. Share this video with 3 people who are currently struggling to see their own worth, for in the act of sharing this light, you are practicing the great compassion that ensures your own lamp never runs out of oil, and you are telling the divine that you are a trustworthy steward of the wealth that is about to pour into your life. You are not just a spectator watching a screen. You are a co-creator standing in the middle of a miracle, and by engaging with this message, you are sealing the gate against the thieves of worry and doubt that have tried to steal your sleep for far too long. Feel the weight of the gilded emerald energy becoming a solid, golden shield around your bank accounts and your creative ideas, ensuring that every project you touch in 2026 turns to a spiritual and material gold that can never be diminished. This is your activation, your coronation, and your homecoming all at once. And as we move smoothly from this act of faith into the final closing of the circle, hold on to that feeling of "it is done," because the moment you commented, the moment you liked, and the moment you shared the heavens recorded your name in the ledger of the prosperous. You are now walking in a new rhythm, a rhythm of divine sync, where the dates of April are no longer just numbers on a calendar, but milestones of your glory. And as we prepare to seal this journey with a final breath of grace, remember that you are protected, you are chosen, and you are overwhelmingly wealthy in the eyes of the one who created the stars and the soil. Your future is not just bright, it is gilded, it is emerald, and it is yours by divine right. So take one more deep breath and let the certainty of this truth anchor you into the earth, while your spirit soars into the infinite abundance of the heavens. As we bring this sacred journey to its final, luminous completion, I want you to take a deep, grounding breath and feel the weight of the gilded emerald light settling into the very core of your being. Realizing that the journey we have taken together through the dates of April 24th, 26th, and 27th of 2026 has been more than just words. It has been a literal recalibration of your soul's frequency. You are now standing in the quiet, powerful center of your own transformation. No longer the Taurus who was plagued by the shadows of yesterday's worries, but a sovereign being of light who has been washed in the grace of the Father and anchored in the eternal peace of the Buddha. This gilded emerald vibration is now your permanent companion, a holy armor that turns every obstacle into a stepping stone of gold, and every tear into a seed of prosperity that will bloom in the most unexpected corners of your life. As the music fades and the silence returns, do not let this energy dissipate. Instead, let it condense into a solid diamond of faith within your heart, knowing that the wealth of the universe is not something you must chase, but something you must simply allow to flow through the gates you have opened today. I invite you to make one final sacred gesture to seal this energy by hitting the like button once more as a touch point of power. And as you subscribe to this channel of light, you are creating a digital and spiritual covenant that ensures you will always be in the right place at the right time for the miracles of 2026 to find you. Sharing this video is your act of great giving, a way to tell the Creator that you are a vessel so full of light that it must naturally overflow to others, and in doing so you activate the divine law of multiplication that turns your small acts of faith into a grand harvest of financial and spiritual fortune. Look ahead to those 3 days in April and see them not as dates on a calendar, but as portals of divine provision where the heavens' storehouses are unlocked specifically for your lineage, protecting your future from any recession of the spirit or the world. You are the heir to a fortune that is both material and celestial, a richness that brings both the gold of the earth and the tranquility of the Dharma into a perfect gilded harmony. If you can feel this truth vibrating in your bones, I want you to go to the comments one last time and type, "The circle is closed. My blessing is sealed." Because when you speak these words, you are slamming the door on the old cycle of lack and inviting the golden bull to take its rightful place in the meadows of grace. Every time you wear that specific shade of green or see the sun glinting off a golden surface during those days, in April, let it be a secret sign from the divine that your prayers have been heard and your accounts have been settled in the ledger of the miraculous. You are leaving this video as a magnet for fortune, a beacon of healing, and a testimony of what happens when a Taurus heart opens itself to the boundless generosity of the living God. Go forth now into the remainder of your 2026 journey with the quiet confidence of one who knows they are protected, chosen, and deeply loved. For the light you have activated today will guide you through every valley and up every mountain until you are standing on the peak of your own magnificent destiny. This is your homecoming, your coronation, and your peace, all wrapped in the shimmering emerald of a new beginning that will never end. When you close your eyes tonight, visualize the gilded emerald glowing in your room and know that even in the darkness the Father is working on your behalf to bring you a wealth that surpasses all understanding and a joy that remains as steady as the earth you walk upon. You are the blessed one, the wealthy one, and the peaceful one, now and forevermore. The blessing is yours, the gold is yours, and the future is finally home. Peace be with you always.